goes boom or goes boom, it's definitely going to be explosive one way or the other way, Atlas.
Yeah, I think he was about 10-2 in 2018 on the Gangplank, but Vel'Koz first here for Canyon. A little bit of extra duration it was, so see whether he can steal this away. He can't.
The base values to about 25 minutes into the game with this build.
And you know that he wants to be building that Archangel, stacking it up as quickly as possible, not going for the Luden's option this time. A little bit more scaling available here for Nuclear, and wants to stay in that lane a little bit more as there's the ult combo once again. This time, there's no way out. That flash was so close to being off cooldown.
Yeah, Morgana had already roamed, and like you say, the timing was finite but on point, but Ruler
is in so much trouble. Canyon, can he get in there? Yes, he can. We got a huge knock-up on a Peanut as well. Good stopwatch to deny the Justice Punch, but still gets taunted. So much damage here as Canyon is just on an absolute tear. All the shields coming in. Fly even has to get himself the hell out of there because the teleport from Noguri comes in to save his life, and the Kha'Zix is well and truly unlocked.
We look away after first blood and disaster strikes Gen G. We're going to have a replay to understand how that map position came to be. But Canyon, just so easy to first. Tarzan gave him a lesson in that grand final, which is acceptable. This is the 17-year-old solo queue prodigy. When he's good, he can be really good, and he's feeling frisky.
Yeah, he's trying once again. We've got the hero's entrance to come down. Life just gets killed by it alone. As now Showmaker may have overextended a little bit, but Ruler's auto attacks aren't what we're fearing right now. We're waiting for cooldowns. Good flash. Get out of the decimating smash, but Peanut nails the ultimate. Now Hoyt needing to run away. Cannon barrage to deter.
To execute during that pause was saying, how do they simulate this? We couldn't have seen the really smart moves into Rift Tower, getting the mid lane turret down. Sion usually, okay, I'll max that ability first, I'll evolve that ability first. Leap second is pretty damn common. Here's the Sejuani.
Yep, that is going to be once again the Snake Lady being aggressed onto, but now able to turn around. They don't have the damage to get rid of Nuclear. And now Canyon dives into the backline, gets rid of the Vel'Koz. And that will be that. I feel like Gen G
jumping on his face and killing him in his sleep tonight. Nightmares, dreams, we're not sure which one, but right now at least, Vel'Koz died again.
He's dead,
to Canyon.
And that's once again hopping into that shop like you were talking about. This Ruler does need to be careful, but instead he's just going to ult him. Yeah, there's the combo. Gen G, they can do that every single time.
Too bold from Canyon that time. That's what happens when everything's straight.
But like you say, losing bottom out of turret. Juve going to spend his time on the top side, and they get a free push in mid. Gen G now slightly out of position. We'll see whether Dumb1 actually want to start some sort of fight here, but a lot about them. If you weren't watching the Kesper Cup, you may not have fallen in love with Showmaker yet for playing Katarina into almost any game he wants to. But I'm scared, even if it is a support Vel'Koz. Super Soaker helping with his damage, just mildly. Top lane out of turrets. Both of them that are still remaining in trouble as Canyon launching into the backline just destroys life. Cannon Barrage stops Ruler from being able to even stand there, and they've managed to single out that one target they wanted to get rid of. Fly can't really do anything. Showmaker is an immovable object. They cannot get around, and Gen G routed once again. The Kha'Zix, so he can do a lot of damage waiting around this Baron pit, but look at how quickly it goes down. Nuclear just does so much damage. Peanut just pressured out of the pit, and that does mean the Baron going over to Dumb1 Gaming. So far, it has been such a beautiful game from this squad. The squad of rookies that haven't been in the... I'm taking notes, trying to work out what this meta is, and we said that it was going to evolve. Things were going to change. Noguri in trouble, or is he? Who's catching who as Showmaker gets himself out of the knockup from the Vel'Koz? In comes Fly. The choo-choo train is there. They do manage to get a lot of the combo down, but Canyon just Goomba stomping the members of Gen G. There are more leaps available. Can he get access to the backline? Nuclear goes literally nuclear on top of the backline of Gen G. And the base will be destroyed after most of the champions of the side of Gen G.
Dumb1 Gaming looking to big up some of the high expectations for this team. They want to close it now, and there's a chance they can.
Yeah, this Kha'Zix took control from very early on in this game and really showed what you can do with backline access that's given you for free. With the amount of stealth that he has, jumps on top of Ruler, half his health bar gone. But the Nexus is going to be the first one to be taken down. 12-2 was the kill line, and Dumb1 Gaming, a dominant performance.
And what a performance from Canyon. For sure will be the MVP of game number 1 here. The Jug King himself against
that is the question, I guess.
Heavy expectation, but no guarantee. And they're going to take Vladimir for Noguri, most likely.
Who's laning into who right now, I guess? Able to spot whether any wards have gone in very recently, and now he's going to make his way in. Is that seismic shove going to land? It is going to hit onto Life, who tries to get out. Isn't able to quite get in there. We do get the knock-up right on the edge as the last auto. Is it there? And no, it's going to be the Ignite. And Hoyt picks up first blood on the bottom side.
Level 2 Talia damage champions wasn't nerfed, and that means the champ...
Picked up by Nuguri as well, so not necessarily the most common, as Peanut turns up in the nick of time and is going to land a lot of damage. But the seismic shove is going to at least get him out. Zenith Blade is going to knock down a lot of those little rocks on the ground, but that is not going to be enough for Canyon to survive through it. It will be a trade as life falls down once again. 1-for-1 probably feels a bit better here for Gen G.
Really interesting that Canyon never used his...
But already had that Runic Echoes completed. So now, once again, it's Peanut's chance, and here's the Wombo combo. I thought there might have been a Rakan there, but I could have also been wrong, Papa.
That's what you do when you have the Leona against Rakan.
This top lane dive. As QV might be a little bit surprised about this one as Canyon just steps up. There's a gravity field there, and look at that burst damage. Just amazing. And Noguri picked up the turret aggro, and he's got a Sanguine pool to get out of it.
Feels like we're watching though, and we're going to see an Infernal for Rift Herald trade between the two teams.
Yep, Peanut knows that he's been spotted there as well as the Lord.
Probably going to be a multi-kill, so because of that, Gen G have to be pretty on point with how they play this strike. Notice it's not a Infernal this time, it's Peanut.
Yeah, taking way too much damage there as the Arctic Assault is very late, but they just explode the Vladimir. It was all a bait the entire time. They trade 1-for-1 as Fly does end up going down, but that's not the team fight that Damwon wanted. They wanted to find a whitewash there, and instead they find themselves without their Vladimir.
And in desperation, they use multiple summoners there just to get a kill out of it because they're so worried that with Noguri dying instantly, this could happen.
He's in so much trouble. Cube still does a heck of a lot of damage as the death rate, not quite enough, but the Chaos Storm got him the heck out of that fight, and Peanut has already...
So important that they blow up Noguri. Ends up being a 1-for-1, but because of the teleport, that's the last point that we have to note.
Thank you, providing that front line that Gen G needed.
So let's tell you what you need to look for. So here we go.
Yeah, lands the ult. Peanut trying to demonstrate that for us right away as Chains of Corruption not going to get in there as Canyon does his best to escape, but there was no getting out of that one as Cuvée just plops the Chaos Storm right on top of him.
And it's up be a very beefy Sejuani.
And also go in, use that beef, and then come back out again, and then everything's okay. They do get them still able to push this one forward, but the gold is in favor of Gen G. Can Damwon find the fights that they're looking for? They're looking for it now as in goes the quickness. Grand entrance there, but Ruler does have the flash to get him out. The Weave as well, the Vanguard's edge. Massive damage coming in from Fly, but Life is getting taken down. The Vladimir is still gigantic, and the Aurelia is going to fall. Crimson Rush not there, but the Chaos Storm is going to fall down. It's a 1-for-1, another Grand entrance, but Hoyt has to get himself out of there, so brittle.
Showmaker missed his ultimate at the start, so there was no fear beyond death to be potentially arming. Damwon walks up.
Yeah, Cuvée, the flash from Nuclear, actually just trying to burst him down. He's so close to death, but is going to pick up the kills. And now Life, there is nothing he can do. He's a facilitator, not a killer. Now Zenith Blade is not going to find Nuclear, and Damwon Gaming steal all the kills and the turret.
And that is some next level capitalization, and Ruler can't get too many autos into the fight.
And Showmaker's Disdain actually just pulled the Aurelia away from Hoyt, so that she didn't have time all series long. That was our question for them when we started this. It's continuing to look good as they want to blow up the Vladimir yet again, but he gets the Sanguine pull up. Hoyt able to stop the Leona from being able to further CC the Vladimir. They managed to pick him up.
Most of the inner turret, bot lane, inhibitor turret goes down, and Gen G, they're on the ropes.
Yeah. This Nexus, only a couple of turrets there, but Noguri, he's just going to get rid of the champions underneath his Ruler. See you later, mate. You are not going to survive that Hemo Plague as two members die in the blink of an eye. Fly looking on in horror from the relative safety of his fountain, but how much safety actually is that as Life turns up, wonders why everyone is dead. You're going to have to go home. It's a 2-0 for Damwon Gaming in their debut game at the LCK.
What a statement to be made by the new challenger team, now LCK rookies, a 2-0 over the runners-up of the Kesper Cup in Gen G. A fitting answer to the question of, okay, Damwon were 3-0'd by Griffin, Gen G 3-0'd by Griffin. Which of the teams is stronger? Triumphantly today, we can say Damwon Gaming. Noguri has this Vladimir that he's had up the pocket. It worked against SKT. It works against Gen G. And when the clock strikes Vladimir, Damwon Gaming take down Gen G and show us they will not just be Lee Sin to me as the cleanest in the world. He makes someone like Flawless look flawed on the Lee Sin. He is fantastic on that pick. but it does mean they had to blind pick jungle, and jungle
versus no Klepto, which is probably why we're experiencing a 500 gold lead as Malrung once again going to stand out of the brush, but slightly out of vision
Hail of
range.
Blades, Malrung.
Yeah, Khan is going to get slowed down. The flash over the gravity field. Can he actually escape this? The Hail of Blades does a lot of damage, but not quite enough. Red Buff burns down, and he picks it up. Already had the Skirmisher's Saber, so the Smite was enough to help out.
Go magic resist. So Sion is hurt the most. SKT, we already mentioned how bot lane was going to be a wash for them. How about Infernal Drake to get an extra advantage around there?
Yeah, uncontested. SKT will just...
Fans will be asking. The way these Ezreal Tahm Kench comps work is they are so good in mid lane.
Well,
but
there's the grand entrance. We've got the heroic entrance to come down as well, but the combination not quite enough. Cleared, grabs that first kill, sacrifices himself, but able to get one back after all of those ultimates is certainly a big deal. Chongo now up against Faker and the rest of the team as well. That Justice Punch looked real interesting, but it wasn't enough to get him out of dodge. And that's going to be 2 going over to SKT.
And we're surprised to see that engaged by Jin Air, because we already mentioned the bot side is their weak side of the map. They're playing around the fact that Kai'Sa and Rakan have no lane presence. They try for a desperate all-in, like you say, probably the first grand entrance and quickness of the game.
Yeah.
And yet it's easily turned around as top side.
Well, Khan's the golden boy, and Linderung got made to look a little bit foolish. However, certainly still has a massive lead when it comes to the health bar. Khan can't get out of that one. Just a single charge on the decimating smash. Finishes him off, and Faker now just cleans up minions. Can't get onto the side. In fact, he's not going to be that brick wall that's blocking 3 of the other members from doing damage. Of course, Teddy, a lot of mixed damage, however, most...
Push a minion wave in and know it would push back, and inevitably. It's not there anymore, but we'll hold the macro points because we might have a team fight.
Yeah, fight coming in here as Malrung does have that ultimate running. The stopwatch is down as Linderung makes its way into this fight as well. This is the Jin Air composition. This is what they want to do, but Linderung is just getting soloed out. No one else making their way in. The Chaos Storm just destroying Jin Air's bottom lane as Kellen existed once, but no longer. The fight continues on the top side. It is straight front to back from SKT, and the Zombie Scion cannot do anything. Jin Air just couldn't pull a trigger.
Clear looking for an exit kill on route. Will he hit this one?
Can he find it? Yes, he does. Oh, it was almost a bait, but who was baiting? Who was Clid goes golden. Linderung gets hit by the Q. Can he do it?
Oh!
Follows it through. He even gave Teddy the time to get the kill if he wanted to. Missed it. And then Clid able to follow up with a resonating strike.
This game in low part.
Yep. Second Dragon to come in here. Remember, SKT did manage to get the first perfect game.
Hoping and living on a prayer. If you're this Jin Air comp, you got to fight sometime, and maybe that sometime is now.
Yeah, but he also feels pretty irrelevant at this point. His root gets almost blown up in one combo. That was disgusting, as now Linderung has to flash out because he thought it was the go button, but no, they don't have an AD carry for this fight. Now they don't have a Scion. He is definitely dead. Teddy pops over the wall once again, and that is basically 2 picks for the price of 1 because that is a Kai'Sa having to go back, and they might be able to get 2019 on SKT.
Jin Air only have all-in options. Galio has some decent wave clear, but a lot of it's short range. Here's the all-in!
Here we are. That's a 4-man quickness to start this one up. Could this be the team fight they're looking for? Is already Mato has fallen down. SKT, they do not want to bar of it. It's Fear Beyond Death. Just takes down Root. There is nothing that this Kai'Sa can do against this comp by the looks of things, and they're trying to get more. Chongo just goes the wrong way, gets picked off, and SKT, that looked like a fight they couldn't win, but still they're able to do it. Khan getting the Chaos Storm in there, pulled back onto the gravity field, and he'll go down to his zombie form, and I feel like the rest of the team may follow.
Jin Air finally pull off the execution the coach would have been looking for from the draft, but it's 10,000 gold behind. All of the damage still available on SKT, and they will win the game here.
I think that might have been a Sheen proc that took Kellen down to that low health bar, but Faker flash sustaining him. They want to get the kills before they finish off this Nexus. Half the health bar now. Root wants to try and get rid of it, but we've already gone picture-in-picture, and SKT take game 1 of LCK 2019.
SKT understood their team comp and played safe. Yes, there was some deaths in the top side, but they were scaling until the point where they were ready to turn on, and from that point, they closed the door on Jin Air, ended up being a comfortable pre-30-minute victory. We talked about the Sejuani, and we're definitely let down in game number 1. Sejuani jungle, just going for a tank frontliner here, so likely to be there. The Aatrox early, but for now, at least, the Sejuani, just like with the Lee Sin, Clid's happy to power farm it out.
Well, Linderung does have heroic entrance available to him here. As Khan flashes over, gets himself into his ultimate, but it's not enough. They take that first blood oh so easily, and the teleport. You can't escape those ones anymore. Faker has to get out of there. Doesn't use the flash. Thought he might have had to. Decimating smash. Grace wants more. Goes in when he probably didn't want to. Gets a double taunt, but he'll still probably go down. There we go. Faker gets the corrosive charge. But that was honestly a mistake from Grace.
Yeah, Clint and Faker so smart to orb walk back.
Very even though in the mid lane.
Here we go again.
I think I've seen this one before, Papa Smithy. Rune Prison is down. Khan gets out of the way of that one very, very easily. Heroic entrance is a little bit late, but Decimating Smash, just the tip. Picks up the kill on the rise for the second time, and Khan is being bullied so far this series.
Finding some gold parity. Maybe this Wombo combo might cause a lot more headaches for SK Telecom T1 in game number 2.
Well, they are going to pick up the first straight, guaranteed. Can't see that passive be thrown over, even though we did. As there's the engage. Malrong's here, but it's a 3v3. Teddy flashes out of the way beautifully, but in goes Root. I don't know whether it's the idea they wanted, because Mata still had the Devour available. It was all a bait. It was all a cunning ruse, and SKT, they win it in the bottom lane.
SKT had the gaming is still right up there.
Oh, yeah.
As a 5-man squad. Let's talk about the Infernal Drake, because, you know, the ults are available. SKT kind of has to fight for it. Seems like fireworks coming.
Though. Yeah, can he actually survive this is the question. There's just too much CC. He was trying to go left, trying to go right, couldn't do anything, and then he's in the air and he's dead.
We should call Peter. That was some atrocities committed on the Piggy. That Piggy taken down. Very, very harsh stuff. But says Ronnie dead. Means that the Infernal does go to Jinair, and this time the Wombo comes off.
Yeah, this is like an episode of Pimp My Boar, and then
at the same time, SKT can fall back. They won in the group, and they win across the map. And that means that SKT threat onto him. Maybe Aatrox just run. If Aatrox zones away Varus, Jinair win the fight. So it's all about threat. And speaking of threat,
Linderung. Few auto attacks there, but Teddy playing pretty safely. Faker in trouble. There's the unstoppable onslaught. Gets exhausted. Gets at least one knockup, but we're trading ultimates everywhere. Grace does get one knockup. Devour now on cooldown. That is super important as Faker might die. Winds of War going to be enough, augmented by Root's damage. As Grace goes golden, this might be the fight that Jinair we're looking for. Teddy now has nowhere to go. In goes Root. Dives forward with the killer instinct, and it's named exactly right in this fight. As Jinair walk away with all 5 members.
We'll see what it means for the Infernal, as the health bars are not the highest on the side of Jinair, but that was the exact prototype of a fight that Jinair could win.
And Grace is taking the Ignite this game, and I think this is the point where...
Get the Urgot ult off successfully, they will win a 5v5, but they're on Baron, and it's damn low.
Yeah, it's down to 2,000 health already. That one is definitely going to be taken here by SKT, but can they win the fight now? Realm Warp gets 3 of them out. Faker not going to survive, but they'll take 1 sacrificial lamb and a Baron any day of the week.
Oh, Jinair with 2 respectful.
To death as the Rise, Teddy alongside him. And they're just going to take them all over the map. They've already broken open the base. They take an inner turret there as well. And now Jinair going for the desperation engage. Linderung getting his way forward. The Galio delivery system just isn't good enough, because Teddy, as soon as he gets a few auto attacks off, they're dead. Yes, you managed to get your buttons pushed in the right positions, but you need to survive, as Mata's just able to emote spam before Grace is even dead. Finally, they get some relevant damage on him, but that's after the whole team has bitten the dust.
Sometimes you got to do it all yourself. Teddy says, not going to worry about enemy position. I'm just going to assassinate the enemy AD carry. He solo kills Root, and that will be the end of the game.
Yep, that is all she wrote. As Teddy just flashing for the fun of it. Linderung on his turret fountain is going to survive for the moment, so you can have that small win, my friend, but SKT will take the 2-0.
It turns out you can take the Teddy out of Jinair and find some good results for SK Telecom T1. He was able to decide this game in the final fight by assassinating the enemy AD carry. Definitely some hiccups along the way for SKT, especially in game number 2. But in our big first series, the first series of 90 in Lowell Park, we will see SK Telecom T1 and the Dream Team take down Jinair 2-0 and leave the SKT fan group largely content.
Yes, I'd say largely content. I think game number 2, Jinair showed a whole lot more promise. I liked the composition. I feel like if it was more